It's season 4! Yay!
So I recently got sponsored by Dubby. It's an energy drink company. Really good. We all tried some, made sure it was good before we decided putting it on the podcast. Mm-hmm. So if you go to www.dubby.gg, that is DUBBY.gg, and use code suitcase, all capitals, you can get 10% off your order. It supports me, which means I can help support the boys.
And just record, it's called suitcase.
Give me money.
All caps.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Suitcase.
it's actually pretty good.
It is good.
Like, we're not even acting. It was pretty delicious. So
Yeah, they're also paired like in partnership with like Crunchyroll and a couple of animes. So like, you know, these are pretty legit.
If you're an anime nerd and you like energy drinks, here you go. Mm-hmm. And you like us somehow.
I don't know how that happened, but you know.
Yes. Order some today. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. MayesBoy 91 here, alongside Mr. Minikai, and laying down on the couch on his phone, call sign Suitcase.
Hi.
Also known as the real life Peppino Spaghetti.
Hi.
And we are back. Unfortunately, my computer took a crap on me last week. Thank God Suitcase is here.
Hi.
We just threw a suitcase at it and it worked.
Yes. A walking, talking suitcase, and it fucking works. So,
Hi.
thankfully, I didn't have to bring it to the shop or anything. But we are back with another episode. And first things first, we got a few things to get off our chests, I think.
Well, first things first. I came up with a theme song for us. I had to change the words around. The tune is the same. But you ready for it?
What's that?
Locked up in MayesBoy's basement. Yell, scream and cry. Ready yet? Too bad. It's the Maximum Mouthage Podcast.
It's maximum mouthage time. Gotta make it
That
rhyme.
works too.
Gotta make it rhyme.
Jeez.
Maximum Mouthage time.
Picture
Picture that in like the tune of like all that almost.
I will have to see if I can throw that together. Well, yes. So, we, like I said, here, the last podcast, I believe, or second to the last, I don't remember, we were going to try to do a different format. Got a few things we wanted to talk about first before we get to the main topic. Would you like to start, Minikai?
Pokemon!
Yeah, so
Hi.
recently
We
the
finally
Pokemon
got
Presents.
news on Legends ZA.
Yeah, Pokemon Presents showed, and
So,
finally got
fun
news on
fact
ZA.
about that, I don't know if you watched the full thing, but on that day when it dropped, 29 years ago, Red and Green dropped in Japan.
Oh wow!
So that was legitimately Pokemon Day.
Sheesh. I'm not surprised.
I don't know if you watched the full thing, but I kind of like did. I didn't care about half of it. I was waiting for ZA stuff to happen.
Yeah,
I kind of just watched it to watch
I'll be
it.
honest. The rest of the stuff is just like, okay, yeah. I mean, Pokemon Go stuff is cool. I still play Pokemon Go. TCG stuff, cool. We got an Arceus card set for the app. That's cool.
I could care less for Pokemon Sleep.
Yeah, no one cares about that.
Yeah, I need to sleep.
But
I don't need a Snorlax to tell me I need to sleep.
Yeah, but Pokemon Champions though. Now there was a lot of leaks I heard about something like that.
It's like they're redoing Battle Revolution and Stadium.
Yeah,
in a way, because it's just straight battle.
And I kind of dig it, honestly.
I'm with it.
It looks really interesting. I'm kind of interested to see how the battle style will run. Being able to dodge attacks on the fly and positioning and attack positioning.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that with the champions if they're going to do the new battle style gimmick. With the
champions! I think I thought we were talking about
Somebody's not fully tuned in yet.
No, I'm vibing here. But yeah, no, champions looks. You're right though. It just like straight battles. It'll be nice to be able to like link between Switch and mobile.
And the fact that you can take your Pokemon from Pokemon Home because you can link to that app and bring them to that, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Now, according to what I heard from the leaks, you can edit your EVs and all that through the app.
Interesting.
And apparently you can edit moves and stuff. Supposedly. I mean, if the leak was correct that something like Pokemon Champions is supposed to release and it came out, that stuff might be true. But also with the fact you saw in the trailer somebody terrestrialized and somebody mega evolved in the same battle.
So we have...
So
which I kind of like because that's what they pulled in the anime with the Masters 8 tournament.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you're able to mix battle gimmicks in this app.
That'll be interesting.
I think that's freaking awesome because people
But
have been
Mega-
asking for it. You know, give us a game where there's both Mega Evolution, Terrestrialization, Gigantamax, and everything in it, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
I think it's freaking cool.
And then ZA.
Yes. What do you think of the art style?
I like that we went away from the real life textures that Scarlet and Violet had. I don't need the Pokemon to look like that.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, it's cool, but I don't know, something just about like 3D models where they just took the 2D and just essentially made it 3D. I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm. Instead of making the Pokemon look like a clay model, it actually looks like something.
Yeah,
Because if you put side by side of Chikorita and Scarlet Violet and Chikorita in ZA, it looks normal.
You're right.
If that makes sense.
You're right.
And Tepig too. I mean, there's slight difference, but it's like they just look more vibrant and brighter.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping since this is supposedly going to be released on the original Switch, I just hope it runs well.
Yep.
That's all I want.
Scarlet Violet, like, I've never had my games crash, but there's times where my Switch is trying for Scarlet Violet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. and on
Especially
top-
you start doing the horde battles, outbreaks in the water.
I was just going to say that for the
they're-
water battles.
They're
Yeah.
trying.
They are terrible.
It's trying.
But to be fair, though, with the ZA trailer, things did look more polished compared to the Scarlet and Violet's first trailer.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that this game will be competent.
Yeah, exactly. I like the return of Az and the Az and the
As I was there,
Eternal
like, think
Flowout.
about this. We have not seen them since X and Y.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually surprised seeing AZ. It's like, bro, he's in the game.
He's quote unquote got his life together. Now he runs a hotel.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
That is really cool.
And apparently,
$20. That one chick with the bodyguard is gonna be the main villain.
I wouldn't doubt it.
20,
Honestly.
or he's gonna be the main villain. She has no idea
Yeah, I could see that.
Who knows?
because he just looks like a dick.
Yeah,
To be fair, she could also turn out to be like probably the best villain on the planet. She just has that potential just from looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
But
true.
what are your
with
thoughts on how the characters look? Like how your player character looks?
I was just gonna say that too. Like, I don't mind them actually.
I
kind of dig the attire they got.
I like the green. I wasn't ready for yellow and green.
Yeah, but apparently people are saying like the male characters, Professor Sycamore's like somehow related to him, like just like the black hair.
Interesting.
But they're still, I guess, people are still trying to figure out what the female character is.
How about we
related
just
to?
leave it alone and let them just be unnamed trainers?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't bring out theories that you know good and well ain't gonna happen. Then you're gonna get mad that your theory's wrong and you're gonna hate the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But with the rival character, though, they're making references to, you know, the Blueberry Academy, the Elite Four, the fire trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Looks very similar to him. So could be grandkid or something like that, or son or daughter.
Well, it also depends on where in the timeline this happens.
Yeah, it's supposedly in the future, but
But how far in the future? Mm-hmm. And then my question becomes, are we going to get the answer on to why AZ's immortal?
yeah, I would like that.
Because don't tell me it's just Floette. Because even Pokemon get old.
It's been 300 years.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then the big meat and potatoes of this. The starter choices.
Yes. It's weird. I did not expect it.
I'm like 60-40 on it. I don't hate it, but I can also see a whole lot of the potential it could have been.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But then a lot of the ones people were clamoring for, it's like, you already got them. Like, you already got the most popular ones from both generations represented, arguably.
Mm-hmm.
You got Oshawott. You got a fart.
Got a fart.
And you got Cyndaquil.
Yep.
Which, okay. But then, why do we have 2 Johto?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know the YouTuber Loxton or Noggin?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
I've
You
heard.
don't know the channel? Really?
I've heard of
I'm
Noggin.
surprised, actually. But he does like just theories about Pokemon and like why they exist, kind of thing.
Okay.
And he did why the 2 Johto starters and one Unova starter, and what he explained made a lot of sense.
Okay.
Like with Totodile, for example, he said there's a lot of alligators in the French sewers. So,
the alligators.
So maybe Totodile is going to be like
Sewer gator.
He could potentially be like water poison because it'd be like going through the sewers and be like, covered in sewer water and crap.
How mad are people going to be when the starters just don't even Mega Evolve?
I could see that.
Yeah.
They just do nothing.
They're just
Honestly,
there.
I could honestly from what he said, I could see him as 2 different forms. Because
like what they did with your microphone's pointing at your gut belly.
well, because with in the trailer, if you notice, when Chikorita was battling, he had disarming whatever it's called voice,
So it could be fair.
which is a fairy move, and he's never had that before. So he could potentially be a grass fairy Pokemon.
That'd be interesting.
So it would make sense.
Man, that
For-
4 times weakness to fire is going to fucking suck, though, if
Yeah.
that's the case.
But
that ain't 4 times weak.
Yeah, it is.
Fairy's not weak to fire.
Fire's weak to fire.
No, it's not. Fire just resists fairy. Fairy's not weak to fire. Fairy's only weak to poison steel.
yeah, that's true.
I don't know why they made fire resist poison or fairy, but whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
That's weird.
But so it would make sense. Chikorita being fairy grass, Totodile being poison water, and supposedly
I want Emboar to be fire ground if we do anything.
well, supposedly with Teppigs,
If they ruin my boy, I'm gonna hurt somebody.
apparently he's a reference to like cooking.
Fire steel would be interesting.
That's what he said. He could be fire steel, so it would make sense with all of them being together like that.
Yeah.
Grass fairy, water poison, steel fire. So
well, because France is known
Bro,
as
and then Chikorita's getting pasted by those two. And which way you cut that.
yeah,
exactly.
you're right.
But I don't know. Like, I don't hate. Okay, I will say this. Chikorita is my least favorite of all starters. But I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Right. Like if I have to use it, I'll use it. I'm
just excited to see what new megas we're gonna get because
Oh, I know.
they showed us nothing but like megas we've already had.
Mega Charizard, Mega Absol, Mega.
Seriously.
I was just hyped to hear like, oh, Mega
Gyarados.
Evolution's back. Like, oh shit, like this is
It's like, oh, let's go. About time.
I know. And the ones that they said that they cut from the game, I hope they add like
Flygon!
yeah. There's a Mega Flygon. There's a Mega Jinx apparently.
interesting.
Jinx needs something. It
There was
really does.
the people want Mega Dragonite.
I can see that.
I could see that too.
Jinx, if you think about it, minus Goodra, because that's the one it showed up in, every pseudo but Dragonite has a Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
Tyranitar, Salamence, Metagross, and Garchomp.
Not the Shield Dragon though from Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon was after.
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah, I'm talking about from X and Y.
Okay, yeah,
forward.
that makes sense. Then.
Everyone but Dragonite got the love.
That's true.
And if you think about it, Goodra got a form
Yeah.
with Hisuian Goodra.
Yeah. Which is weird. I'm surprised with all the Gen 1 megas they had, they didn't do Dragonite.
Yeah, because a lot of the popular Pokemon in Gen 1 have got some sort of treatment.
Yeah.
Like Big Dick B.
Exactly.
Butterfree got the Gigantamax form.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Onyx got its evolution. Rhydon got its evolution. The ones that needed something got something. Pidgeot got an
Exactly.
evolution. The only ones that really haven't got touched are like Pidgeot and Arbok.
Pidgeot has a Mega,
Or
doesn't it?
not Pidgeot, Fearow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fearow
that's
and
true.
Arbok.
If somebody was going to get a Mega, Fearow should probably get it because he only has 2. What?
Arbok needs to get something.
Yeah. That would be cool.
I saw a thing. It's like in the 151 set for Pokemon cards. I'd look through them all. Arbok is probably the coolest card out of the whole set.
Really?
But Arbok sucks.
Yeah.
Like, as a Pokemon, Arbok sucks.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad because, like, there's certain points in the anime where Jesse's Arbok was a threat. And then it got pasted by Pikachu.
Right.
Very funny.
Like, that thing was running house.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pikachu showed up. But
True.
and then the real-time battle, real-time strategy.
Yeah, like I was saying
I'm-
earlier, it looks sick. Like, I wouldn't
As
mind.
as you said earlier, I can see it be hit or miss.
Yeah.
It could
Yeah,
work,
exactly.
but then it could also, I can see,
It could be abysmal. It could be abysmal to deal with, but at the same time, it could be one of the funnest battle systems they
it's
come up
almost like a shooter. How big is this hitbox going to be for this certain Pokemon?
with. Yep, exactly.
Like, if I have an Onix out, how big is this hitbox going to be on this Onix compared to, like, my Chikorita?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or does everybody have the same hitbox?
But I think it'd be a lot more interesting, too.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I look forward to it. Because they're making it literally like the anime.
Because
Instead
if
of
the trainer,
turn-based.
because according to what the video said, the trainer moved and the Pokemon moved, so it dodged out of the way.
Yeah.
So he's like, that's fucking cool.
I know in Arceus, you think you're good, but then battle ended because you're too far away. I haven't moved!
Yeah.
What do you mean I'm too far away?
Yeah. Or your opponent does agile style, and then they attack you twice, and they do a strong style and destroy you. It's
Absolute
like, can you
pancake.
fuck off, please?
Absolute pancake, because Agile Style makes sure you go first, so you're guaranteed to get another hit. And then Strong Style just, I think it's 1.5 damage dealt back to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, ouch.
Yeah.
I think I had that happen with, because I was running through the game again. I think that happened with the chick with the Gengar. And she just pasted me.
Oh, yeah.
Because one, it's a
Oh, yeah,
Gengar
I
to
see.
begin with, so you're going to get hit by a truck anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then it's like, you go Agile Style, which still does a quarter of your health anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get deal again, you Strong Style and paste me, and like, ouch.
Yeah, exactly.
Rude. Yeah, I look forward to it.
Yeah,
be
overall,
interesting.
I was excited.
And I enjoy. Okay, yes, Lumio City is massively huge. I think you could fit like 6 cities from any other Pokemon game in Lumios. But I'm glad we're kind of keeping it localized.
Yeah.
And they're doing something with it. Because in X and Y, Lumio City, you got Pokemon Center, the gym, whatever that TV thing is that nobody cares about,
Oh, yeah.
Sycamore's lab,
There's a
And
handful
then-
of random shops you can go into.
part of Team Flare's hideout. That's it.
Yeah.
And there's like 7 restaurants for it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so what's with the rest of it?
True.
Now you can explore. I guarantee you there's going to be 95% of those buildings we still can't go into.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping, though, that according to what the rumors say, they have like the underground catacombs, too. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
I hope they do this thing where they, all like how you said, like almost localize and like also break off for the different types for some of the Pokemon. You saw the desert, so you got Crocrock and all them running around there. But if I walk
Plus,
down the street, I don't want to see a Rhyhorn running at me.
yeah.
Like, keep him to the desert unless it's my Rhyhorn. Put the bird Pokemon wherever you want. I don't care. Or like stuff that makes sense. But I don't want to be walking around the thing and turning around the corner and there's Kangaskhan or something like that. It's like, hi. Or like Garchomp. It's like, what? We just got to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah.
Just got to wait and see.
I know. And I'm actually glad that they had us wait that long to actually give us like, hey, here's like an actual like polished trailer for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Don't give me what Scarlet and Violet did, and then the game is like, okay, where's this? Where's this? Where's this? What's this? Where's like? And then your game still runs like
Ass.
garbage.
Yep.
Don't get me started on the outbreaks on the mountains.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's almost as bad as the water.
I agree.
Because you got to go downhill, then jump back up, and then respawn. Because your Pokemon will not go touch it. I'm like, dude, you are in the air. Yep. Go punch this ghost dog in the mouth.
Yep. I agree with that. But
all right, we'll save more Pokemon stuff. We got to do Gen 4 here soon enough.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that. And with that, welcome to Maximum Mouthage.
Crisp. Absolutely crisp.
I looked over at the lines. I could just see the faintest like jitter.
Yep.
I can make it louder.
It has been a long week. I don't like people.
Same.
Work was kind of Like, go. I screwed up.
Yeah,
My boss was slightly mad at me, but he got over it. Today was kind of
We had a bunch of fucking call-offs this week.
That doesn't help
So-
me.
I don't know if Suitcase knows this, but I bit it and fell on ice last week.
Yeah, I know about that.
Oh, yeah, you did. Never mind.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, I bit it, fell on ice. I called out of work.
He ate shit.
I
Owie.
I called into work. I hit the ground. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
My manager's freaking out. It's because normally I'd call her. I'm like, I had the wind knocked on me a little bit. If I called you, I'd be sounding like I'm crying, which I'm not. But so she's freaking out, wondering where I'm at because the boss like, you heard from him? Like, no. And she went to call me. I'm sitting in my chair. I'm not moving. And then good old Grizz is like, you good? Need a ride? And then she read the message, and she goes, oh, no, he fell. And Grizz is like, oh, boy.
Yeah.
Because he knows because he's had a bad fall himself with it. Do you know about his fall?
No.
I think you told me
So-
about it, but
When I don't remember if it was this particular fall, because he had a fall a couple weeks ago on ice and had to call off for a couple days.
Oh, shit.
But I don't know if it was this one because he's had others. There was one, he slid on the ice and ended up sliding underneath his car.
Oh, yeah. No, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Dang.
So I get that happened. But then he goes, never mind, she told me. I'm like, yeah. So I sat in my chair and I played Witcher all day Friday.
Folks, just be careful when it's slippery out because
This
I've
weather's bullshit.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of close calls myself.
It's been literally stuff will freeze over. We hit the rain. Everything freezes over again. We got a foot of ice on top of the snow. Mm-hmm. Then stuff will thaw. So now it's just you got the ice and the slush. Then the slush freezes over.
Welcome to Western New York.
Supposedly we're supposed to hit 50 on Wednesday. Or
Yeah,
Thursday.
I know. We're supposed to hit Wednesday, 50 next week. And, it's like,
And then it's supposed to be like 40s ish. I'm like, good.
I almost said we're supposed to hit
Melt this crap.
Wednesday next week, and I'm like, the fuck?
I hope so.
That's where the world ends Wednesday next week. We're all going to die.
Sweet.
I know, right?
I'll save y'all a seat in the underworld.
Oh, God.
What else?
I think one of the things I should say really quick. So, Zukase, you went to the doctor's office recently.
Yeah.
And I also went to the doctor's office.
Ironically enough, same doctor.
Yeah, ironically enough, we saw the same doctor unintentionally.
Or was it on purpose?
Yeah, exactly.
Did he know? Is he watching right now?
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Da, da, da.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm just gonna come out and say it. And if
Congratulations. Who is he?
fuck you. No, and you bag of dicks.
Sorry.
So, on a serious note, I'm going to come out and say it. You can cancel me if you want. But no, it's not okay to live obese and fat.
And yet you and I do.
Well, yeah, but, we're actually attempting to do something to better ourselves and better our lives. I mean, do we get off the train constantly and get back on? Yes, because nobody's perfect.
So
but there's influencers out there that just go with their lifestyle and expect to live until 60.
Exactly.
And they're dead.
It's not.
Like
It doesn't matter if it's obese. It could be anything.
Yeah. But, if you don't fucking take care of yourself, let me give an example. Chris Farley, he died at my age at 33.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a scary fucking thought.
Because he OD'd.
Yeah.
He got the addiction, he OD'd, and people found him dead in his hotel room.
Thank you. But,
Alone.
and I'm sure his weight didn't help either.
No.
But, because I'm sure he was a fucking party animal, honestly.
Probably.
Behind the scenes.
Probably.
But just obviously I'm over 400 pounds, so I can't sit there and tell you I'm a fucking health guru, but just take care of yourself. Just try to. it's losing weight and shit like that. It's like a skill that you have to hone that I still have to fucking nail into my skull and fucking learn. But it's a skill you have to hone and you get better at it.
Exactly.
So the main topic we are going to talk about for this podcast is what would you call it? Just childhood memories?
Our childhood was awesome.
Yes. If you're a 90s kid, you know exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah.
90s fucking rocked. You good?
Yeah. I got my pen. I wasn't sure where it was at.
Oh. Yes. So.
Sorry, I really like this pen.
Menakai and his pen. Yes, folks. The 90s was awesome. Back in the day before CDs were just coming out, and we had cassette tapes and VHS tapes.
Back when our restaurants were awesome. Our cartoons were awesome.
Yep.
Our toys were awesome. It was simple.
Yeah. Be honest, it was a lot simpler.
Like, that's just it. Like, you look back at this stuff, it's like, why did I have fun with this?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, just did.
Yep.
Be it back as a baby or even now.
I still have some of the old Hot Wheels I had from way back in the 90s.
Yep. I got all of my old Thomas trains over there
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
in the front part of my basement. And just like I told you guys at dinner, I hooked up my old VHS player to see if that still worked.
Yeah.
And I got all my tapes on the shelf, and I found a couple of tapes of me being a baby and my dad's band and my uncle playing. And it just the fact that, you just pop in the VHS tape in, and it's like, oh, that brings back so many memories.
You don't got to worry about if the disc for your Blu-ray or DVD is scratched. You pop that sucker in. If you didn't hit rewind, you hit a button.
Yep.
And you wait a minute.
Yep. I'm just surprised that VHS tape even worked.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
You know what I miss? You pop a VHS in and you got the commercials you would see in the movie theater at the beginning of your movie.
Yeah.
And you hear that dude from that Disney movie, coming soon to own that video and DVD.
Yep.
And it's like...
This is a certified hood classic.
And it's like the commercial for Hunchback of Notre Dame while you're watching The Lion King.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or the ones that just go straight to VHS. Like, the only movie out of this series that never came out on VHS was the very last one. And let's name it for a time. The very last one came out on Netflix. Everything else was straight to VHS.
Wow.
Every single one of them.
Damn.
Huh.
And for those, you'd have like the commercial for the Brave Little Toaster.
Toaster.
I'm like, this is great. I just miss old school VHS, man.
Well, that, and I was a huge Thomas the Tank Engine fan back in the day.
Shining Time Station.
Oh, dude, I got 2 of those tapes of Shining Time Station.
Oh, wow.
That, and I have like a whole collection of Thomas
I had
shows. I even have a bootleg one that I recorded.
I had maybe
Incredible.
6 of those. I would just pop them in randomly and just watch them. Just for fun. It was great.
I had a Super Mario Brothers Super Show VHS growing up.
Jeez, I got that on DVD.
I had at that point all of the golden and silver, like the era for Disney movies on VHS.
Yep, same here.
Which
I
I'm
got
like,
a whole freaking shelf over there, Disney movies.
I'm like, didn't all mine go to you?
Your Godzilla tapes.
The Godzilla, what did I do?
I don't know what you did with the other tapes.
What did I do? I don't remember, but yeah, bro, old school Godzilla too, bro.
Godzilla.
And here's the thing with VHS tapes. Yes, I know it's old technology and blah blah blah. The video is not it's not crisp 4K and you can see every hair in a monkey's asshole. But like there was no internet. You didn't have to worry about your internet connection. Yep. You didn't have to worry about buffering. You didn't have to worry about is it 1080p, is it 4K. It's just played.
You stop the Rugrats movie right in the middle because you got to go to bed as a kid and you never pick it back up for 20 years. You pop that thing back in. Those babies are waiting for you right where you left off.
Yeah.
20 years later.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Nickelodeon for the orange VHS tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Monsters Inc. had the blue one. I had that too.
That's crazy.
I had the Rugrats ones. I don't remember what happened to them.
Oh, I got something to get off my chest.
What?
Y'all see the redesigns for the Shrek characters?
Oh, gosh. I don't know.
Because they're doing Shrek 5. But it's in the
I don't
future.
think it's that bad.
I don't think it's that bad.
Here's the thing. People have noticed this, and I did too. So you know the teenage daughter, right?
Yeah.
The baby daughter in Shrek 4 had blue eyes.
Yeah, I've seen
One
that
of the boy ogre babies had brown. So people are making the theory that this could be a trans ogre. And if that's true, I'm saying like, okay, I understand it. Okay, great. Shrek doesn't need that.
No.
You keep in mind, you've had a trans character this whole time.
Although,
And that's what's her face from the second movie.
bar.
Yeah, it was her.
The other thing is you also have to keep in mind, though, that naturally when you're born, almost everybody starts with blue eyes.
Yeah.
And then pigment fills in later. So it could just be
It
the
could be
factor of
rich,
growing up and like getting that
And
pigment.
if that happened, that's a
Or
really
just like a
good
basic,
change of detail.
just like a basic cartoon thing. They fucking forget.
Yeah.
Okay, how many fucking years was it between the movies?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
but-
sure it'll be explained either way.
yeah.
yeah.
But I don't like. Fiona looks like she's losing her mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. Donkey looks like he's on meth.
Yeah.
Donkey looks.
Yeah.
All the mirrors with dragon are starting to take their toll, buddy. Yeah. And I'm torn. I'm torn on Shrek. I'm really torn on
Whatever.
Shrek.
I mean, it's just from one fucking trailer. It's not like we didn't see like
I wasn't even
the first 30 minutes of the movie.
It wasn't even from a trailer. They just leaked the images. I don't think they've done a trailer yet.
No, it was an actual
Was
animated
it?
trailer.
There was
yeah.
a
I
trailer.
gotta find that then.
Yeah. Because they were talking to the mirror on the wall.
mirror on the
mirror,
wall.
mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest on the wall? And then they made Shrek like all buff and shit. And then they like did some other thing that made them all have that face like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So no, it was an actual animated.
I might
trailer,
have to go
but-
look at that then.
You know, speaking of Shrek, I still going back to the normal subject we were going to do. I still have the first Shrek movie on VHS.
I think I do somewheres too.
And for some reason, it's like extra.
I've got
wide.
all of them on DVD.
Yeah. It's like, dude, oh my gosh. I remember.
And the
back
thing
when-
is, back then with those movies, they still hold up.
Yeah. It was.
Shrek 1 is the best Shrek movie.
No.
Well,
No.
No, I'm thinking
The second
no,
movie
no,
is
I'll take it back.
the second movie is a masterpiece.
Second, yes, no,
I'm
second
going to
one
have
was-
to agree with you on
Yeah,
that.
no,
Like,
I said that, and then the
Don't
second one.
get me wrong. The first Shrek is a classic, but the second Shrek is a
Yeah, that's
fucking
because
masterpiece
that gave us
of an animated film.
that gave us Puss. That gave us Yeah, no, two wins. I take that back. I don't know which was better, Shrek of the Swamp Karaoke or Far Far Away. I don't know.
Far Far Away Idol is hilarious because they actually got Simon Cowell to do it.
Yep,
Your voice is fucking awful.
it was funny. So at work we have a giant $600 stereo system, and Fridays I'm in control of it because I'm the only one working up front. Suck it, tall and skinny. But I'll just like throw my playlist on, and on comes "Living the Vida Loca"
Hell yeah.
with Donkey and Puss. And my manager goes, "This is stupid." I'm like, "You watch your mouth."
It's like you can.
This is Antonio Banderas and Eddie Murphy.
You
You
can.
watch your mouth.
You can suck my spread ass cheeks, whore.
You guys can kiss the fattest part of my ass.
Oh, not even the fast part of my ass. Just right in the brown eye. Just.
It's not what I need. I know what you eat. I know what comes out of there.
We've heard it talking.
Should label your ass a hazmat. Fucking like.
Speak for yourself, mister. Put the fucking microphone up to my ass crack and fucking unleash the fucking deadliest eruption of farts out of my stomach.
I still will. It's my farts that are toxic. Yes.
It's his farts. He'll do what he wants with them.
Exactly. If I want to shit my pants in public, I'll do it.
Or shit your pants on the podcast, either way. But
I've been doing that since I've been
I'll
sitting
give
here.
myself pink eye. I don't care. Right into the mic and then just.
shit.
This episode's gotten real fucked.
What just
Today's
happened?
show is brought to you by Pink Eye. Don't fart in your eyes. You'll get pink eye.
Oh, speaking of like food and hazard farts and shit.
Purple ketchup.
Yeah, we had some like weird ass fucking
Oh yeah, we had the
foods.
weird ass.
The green ketchup. Purple ketchup.
The Shrek ketchup. Can't believe we had Shrek's jizz when we were younger.
Yep. And like, I remember when Fruit by the Foot first came out. That was a big deal.
That was the shit, dude.
And Pop Tarts when they first came out, it was like a big deal. It's like, Mom, can we get Pop Tarts? Can we get Pop Tarts?
And when every cereal box and their mother had a mascot, and it was cool.
Yeah.
Because when's the last time you saw a Frosted Flakes commercial? Or Lucky Charms commercial?
Yeah, it's been a while.
That's true. You're right.
Or
They're probably
Honey Nut
still on
Cheerios.
like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. We just don't sit
Yeah.
and watch Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon anymore.
but they were so big back then. They had a website just for the cereal mascots. You
Yep.
could play video games with them in college.
Oh, that's true.
Like you got the rabbit, you got Tony, you got the leprechaun, you got the bumblebee. There's one other. I can't remember who it was. But I'm like, this is cool.
There was a Captain Crunch game I used to play when I was younger. It was like an actual
Bro, I
CD
miss him
game.
too.
It was an actual like CD game. You had to like raise this little creature called a Crunchling. It was really interesting.
So I know we have the Captain Crunch as a Funko at work.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of food, also the restaurants too. It was actually an experience to go to McDonald's.
I will not
Yeah.
hold their food up to this standard, and I never will. But McDonald's as an atmosphere back then was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh
they don't-
yeah, I mean the food is absolute fucking garbage, but it's
When's
just,
the last time you saw Ronald McDonald or Grimace or the Hamburglar or Mayor McCheese?
I don't
Well,
know.
to
We
be
had
fair-
that whole Grimace Shake thing like a few months back.
Yeah,
where
but
people-
then that's
that,
it.
and
And, he goes back in the little underground hole he came from.
Well, that and they made an actual like Game Boy Color ROM of Grimace that you can actually play
Yeah.
on an emulator.
But then, yeah, they do the Happy Meal toys, but they don't announce them anymore.
That's true.
It's just you walk in there, oh, hey, we got Pokemon cards now.
I know that's true. That's like the only time you really see any kind of toy advertised if it's going to be like Pokemon or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even the freaking
And
tubes in the play area.
The
that they
play
had,
place, yeah.
That was amazing to go into. You know, you eat a couple of nuggets and fries, fucking haul it through the tubes and shit.
Do you guys remember? I think you both were around here when we were all younger. Do you guys remember Climb and Slide?
Bro,
Fuck yeah!
stop reading my mind. I was about to bring that up.
So we had this place. It's now like a carpet store, like a carpet warehouse.
So I know the guy who owns the carpet store.
Damn.
He used to. Cause, well, I used to do sled hockey back when because it was for people with disabilities who could still do hockey. You're just like strapped in a sled and use the sticks to move around.
Yeah.
Jeff Moran was the head coach for it, and he it's Moran's floor store. That's him.
So Climb and Slide was basically, it was like a warehouse building, and it had like a giant ass like play place of tubes and stuff. They had a massive ball pit. They had arcade machines. It was
They had the giant bounce house, but it wasn't even a bounce house. It was like a castle.
yeah.
The arcade.
Oh,
I
I remember
had my
that now,
birthday
yeah.
there every year.
Yeah, I loved going there.
And then people ruined it by dumping used diapers and syringes in the ball pit.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Pissed me off. I remember actually Climate Slide introduced me to like one of my first like video game experiences.
Yeah, that was like
Yep.
that was the first time I had ever played the original Super Mario Brothers.
That's exactly what I was gonna
machine.
fucking say. Super Mario Bros.
Yep, mine too.
But
But then
unfortunately,
back then, I didn't care. I wanted to go jump in the ball pit.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So-
saw it. I'm like, oh, this is fun. I'm gonna go run and jump in the ball pit.
yeah. So funny enough, I was at a friend's birthday party, and it was right at the end of the birthday party. My mom was like, "Oh, I've got to go pick you up now. You know, we gotta leave, Josh." And it's like, "But Super Mario, I want to play it." "No, we gotta go." "But Super Mario, I want to play it. I want to play it."
Boy, about to have a full on face first in the ground temper tantrum. In the
Oh
middle
no!
of-
I was pissed. I had a temper tantrum. Definitely, I remember just being like so heartbroken I couldn't fucking play
You
it.
pull Lilo and Stitch's face first right in the ground.
Probably did. But ironically enough, after that, I said I can get into like early video game stuff. I remember. My uncle ironically had the original Super Mario Bros. On his NES, and he brought it over to my house and we played it. That and Mario 3. So those are the two Mario games I got introduced to. And then he also introduced me to Sonic because he had Sonic 2 on the Genesis.
yeah.
I also played that. So eventually got to a point where my mom got me, it was like a 3-in-1 Sonic CD.
Yeah.
It had Sonic Racing, Sonic 3 and Knuckles,
Sonic Racing.
and Sonic CD all in one package.
Yeah.
And that was my introduction to Sonic, personally. Maybe besides what my uncle showed me. And then from Mario, I started playing like Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. And
Can we go back?
I wish.
Can we just go back?
I know. Dude, I remember when I first played the Game Boy. And I hate bringing this up because it's like my mom's ex. But ironically enough, he was the reason why I got into Game Boy.
Yeah.
Because he had a Game Boy and a bunch of games. He had Mario Land, Tetris, Baseball, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Fall of the Foot Clan, Dr. Mario. I think that's all he had. But he let me play him, and that was like, wow, a fucking video game in the palm of my hand. I've never seen anything like it before that point. So it was, I remember playing the crap out of that game. Oh, and we want to talk about Blockbuster.
Oh my God, Blockbuster. That was classic.
I see you reminiscing over there, Menica.
Blockbuster and Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because Hollywood Video had that like super rad gaming renting section where it's just come and rent the fattest new game of this year.
Yeah.
Shove it in your ass. Bring it back with poo on it. We don't care. This is cool. Drool on it a little.
So for those that don't know,
What like
we
the-
used to
like the
rent.
poo?
We used to rent movies like we rent library books.
Yeah.
So I know I miss the library too. Back when it was cool.
I mean, you can still go to the library.
Yeah,
whenever
but
you want.
still, it's not the same.
I mean,
I know it's not the same, but I don't know. As a kid, it was kind of fun.
okay. I mean, I go. My guys go there, and I sit there and draw and listen to music. But anyways, so with Blockbuster, obviously the kids nowadays don't know the feeling of just going to rent a movie. But you know, back in the day, you go rent a movie, get some pizza, and watch a movie, eat some pizza, or
Good old family time.
you rent a video game that you can't afford because it's like a $50, $60 game, brand
Yeah.
new. So, besides Super Mario Land, that's how I played Super Mario Land 2. I rented it from Blockbuster, and it's like, blew my mind because the graphics were like Super Mario 3 graphics. It was just big, expressive models, and also that's where I played Wario Land 2. And I miss those days where I can just go. It's like, okay, I'm done with this game. I want to play this Game Boy game now. I miss those fucking days of being able to do that.
I just miss the simplicity of the entire time.
Yeah.
Just in general.
And that also might be part of the nostalgia talking.
Yeah, no, it is. But it's also like,
Now I'm sad.
You can't go down the street anymore just to walk around because you always have this feeling of a little bit of unease.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's understandable.
And people wonder why kids don't play outside nowadays.
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
I mean, you fucking hear kids being abducted from their own backyards. Like,
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
not to throw it under the bus, but both suitcases now were on our phones just now. But back then, all you needed as a kid, be it outside or in the middle of your own living room,
Was like a stick.
it's like
Yeah.
stick and a whole bunch of imagination.
I found a cool stick, guys. Or, the stupid shit we used to do when we were younger.
Like, just your imagination.
Yeah. I was going to say,
Flack.
yeah. Do you remember in those bunch of trees, we made like a little hideout there in a bench?
yeah.
That was there for like so many years.
We make forts every
the-
3 days.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Speaking of forts, I remember my grandma
do
would
them.
always.
No girls allowed. Cooties.
No, I remember my grandma making forts with me, and what we would do is we would make like a blanket fort, but it'd be under
Yes.
the dining room table.
Yeah.
And then we would use it under the dining room table as a little hideout place.
Yes.
And then we would have a little picnic on the floor like we were outside. So my grandma would make sandwiches and like cut up the sandwiches and strips, and then we would sit there and act like we are having a picnic. Fuck. Don't get old.
Pizza Hut was
Fucking,
the
here's-
coolest pizza place.
Yeah, Pizza Hut
That's
was
Planet back
a
then.
cool fucking place to go. But I
But back
remember-
then, when you think about it, the pizza's kind of hot garbage.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like,
But-
I wasn't big on the pizza back then because it was just way too greasy and heavy. But they changed their entire formula and actually got better over time.
Yeah.
But then, like, I remember some of the most recent memories was my grandma and I going there back. It was at Foot Avenue on the Four Corners there where McDonald's and Burger King was. And they had the buffet there. You can go get a salad. You can go get the different kind of pizzas that they had.
Yep.
And I remember doing that, hanging out with her. And then they freaking closed down Pizza Hut.
Yeah, it's
It's an oil change place now.
yep.
Fuck. And also other video game stores besides GameStop. We had a place. I don't know if this was just a local place around Chautauqua or not, but Game Crazy.
I remember that, yeah.
That was right next to Hollywood Video in the little place right
Yeah.
next to Tops.
Yeah, you could sit there, and it was one of those things where, like, my mom and I would get a video to watch, and then I would also want to get a game too,
Yeah.
or I don't remember. Could you rent games at Hollywood Video? Or
Yeah,
was it?
that's why they ended up making like Game Crazy because that was the whole section for like renting and buying games.
I thought so.
Man,
It's been so long.
There's one. Well, there's two actually. At least around here. KB Toys
KB Toy.
and
You don't get toy stores anymore like
you don't
you
get
used
toy
to.
stores, and unless you want to, at least from where we're at, unless you want to travel down to like Erie or Buffalo,
Yeah,
there's no bookstores either. Well, I know there's the one, but there's none of like the big ones.
You know what? Supposedly,
I know there is one down by movie theater. I want to go to that.
supposedly Walden Books or Noble Books or whatever it is.
Well, then it's Walden Book and then Barnes and Noble.
Okay, that's the thing. Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble.
Apparently, on the website, they said that they're going to start opening more stores
Please.
because apparently there was a TikTok trend of buying used books, and now people are wanting to buy books again.
Book Talk is a big thing. I am slightly a part of it.
damn.
So
Like
that would be
just-
pretty awesome
a
if
lot of
Barnes
it's
and
just
Noble
like
opened up around here.
recommendations, or there'll be people. I kid you not, will have one bookshelf the size of this wall,
That's cool.
full,
That's cool.
and they'll be like, "This, read this if you enjoyed, I don't know, Naruto as an anime."
when
right?
the weather gets better, we need to definitely take like some maximum outage trips. Like just go to Buffalo for a day and just do like a vlog.
there has
That would be
been
cool.
slight talk between Mays and myself about going to Erie for a day,
Yeah, we
and then
should do
you
it.
as well. I think we've had slight. Someday we'll just go to Erie for a day.
Well, we should just take a day when things are nice and
Go.
just go.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Hit up the arcade up there. Hit up the bookstore. I'm not leaving that bookstore.
Yeah, dude. I just
That's a big ass bookstore.
I wanna
It's
go
a two. It's a 2 floors.
I know.
Oh yeah, there's one specific.
I'm going to go
yeah.
broke. But then my problem is I don't have room for it, so I got to be careful.
Yeah. Now you know how I feel before I moved out of my parents' house with video games. But
Problem now is I have all these books and I want to read them all and I haven't touched them yet. I've got rid of the ones I've already read so far.
yeah,
And then all my other ones got stolen.
yeah. Still feel bad about that.
But no, you want to know? I don't know if you never. That was a squeaker.
I heard it.
Did you ever? You smelled it, didn't you?
No, not
No,
yeah.
is it? Okay.
Mucus in my
Okay, that's what I thought. I don't remember which version you did, if it was the movies or the books. Did you read Harry Potter first before you did the movies, or was it movies first?
No. Funny thing is, I didn't actually read them. The teacher that we had at the time read them to us for a story time.
Yo, hold up. You had a teacher that read Harry Potter to you?
Yeah.
Damn.
Bro?
Yeah, the teacher, it was like one of the helpers that the teacher had. And she was like, yeah, let's all sit down and I'm going to read Harry Potter to you guys. And that's how we heard the first Harry Potter.
Damn.
That's awesome. But you remember when that was it?
Oh, yeah. No, it was so popular to where when we actually had the chance to watch the Harry Potter movie, I
watched the first two in theaters opening night.
I'm trying to think. It might have been for the book. Or no, we must have watched it because they turned the lights off. Yeah. So I think we had the opportunity to watch the Harry Potter movie. I don't know why we were watching the Harry Potter movie, but I remember there was some kids that had to exit the room because their parents said, "Oh, it's witchcraft and evil and shit."
Bro, the kid is 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember kids being escorted out of the room because
It's still on a lot of things like banned books. You cannot have Harry Potter and have Harry Potter in the library. In schools. You still can't for a lot of them.
Wow.
Weird.
I can't say every single one, but there's some you still can't. It's been...
It's a fantasy world. Come on, get over it.
You want to feel old. You remember the special they did back in 2021? It's been 24 years since Harry Potter Sorcerer's Stone got published.
Gross. I remember
So
thinking,
we grew up with them.
I remember back in the day thinking like, oh wow, Harry's the same age as I am.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made. I think it's another thing that made those movies so great because you were the same age as them, so you can kind of relate to their struggles. Kind of.
That's why Percy Jackson is such a popular thing for middle schoolers.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I read the entire original Olympian series like recently. Phenomenal stuff. Great stuff, even for somebody my age, 32, 33 at that point.
Yeah.
Phenomenal stuff. I still plan. I'm in the literal middle of reading Game of Thrones right now. I might just go back and reread Harry Potter because they still hold up.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you find out in book 7, Dumbledore's a dick.
Yeah.
Like easily one of, if not the coolest wizard ever. He's a dick.
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
Dumbledore said calmly as he walked up to Harry.
Did that actually scare you? Because it looked like you jumped.
Dobby said no.
You know, there's supposed to be like another house elf because there is one in the book.
Dobby shit his pants.
Dobby.
So I'm kind of mad they didn't put this in the movies. So Hermione started this whole like house elf right thing because she's hated how they were mistreated. Okay, fine, I understand that. But then, so in the kitchens in Hogwarts, it's run by house elves. Dobby ends up there. And then there's another one in the Triwizard, or not the Triwizard Tournament, the Quidditch Cup where they got attacked by the Death Eaters. And this is number 4. And one of them was the house elf of somebody who was very high up in the Ministry of Magic. Her name was Winky. She got caught with the wand that made the dark mark in the sky.
Oh shit.
So now she's in trouble. They send her to Hogwarts. And she became a bit of a recurring character in there. Didn't scratch that for nothing in the movies. Which I get,
Damn.
time cuts, time restraints, whatever. But come on,
Yeah.
that was like the thing for like book 4 and 5 was just Hermione doing this. It's also like J.K. Rowling wishes she had put Hermione with Harry. It's like, ma'am, you wrote these books. I know you have the regret afterwards, but ma'am, you wrote these.
You know,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it was kind of obvious they were going to. Then all of a sudden, oh, okay, never mind.
Okay, think about this dynamic real quick with the two, with the trio, and then who Harry ends up marrying. I don't know who married who first. Well, it wouldn't make a difference. So if Harry married Ginny first, then he's already related to Harry, and then Ron. No, it's fine. Never mind. It's been a long week. My brain kind of short circuited right there.
I'm lost.
Never
you,
mind.
dude.
Never mind. I'm good. Anyways,
I'm just floating among the void.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
Master has given Dobby a cock.
Dobby
big, massive, gargantuan cock.
Dobby is free.
So, as a side note, like in that whole scene in the movie,
Dobby's about to
Lucius is about to kill him. He got Avada out of Avada Kedavra before Dobby blasted him. I'm like, that's wild.
From the top.
committee.
That's a wet ass Dobby.
So apparently, in one of the takes, the guy who played Lucius actually accidentally decked Harry with the cane, and the guy was like, "Oh God, I'm so sorry." He was like, "I'm good, I'm good."
No, he like caught. He like pushed him with it, and it got like stuck on like a
Yeah.
piece of the costume. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry,
And
love."
so apparently, his cane had like actual snake fangs in it, and he went to go put it on the guy who plays Draco's wrist when he's like a young kid. Just, hey, entrance to Lucius Malfoy. Boom, right there. Kind of cool. He accidentally did it hard enough to where the fangs pierced Draco's skin on his wrist.
Owie, ow.
And he's apologized. Draco's trying to keep a straight face, but you can see the tears. Like, I'm fine. I'm fine. He's like, oh. Jason Isaacs is a wonderful man.
Yeah, Alan Rickman was a fantastic choice for Snape, though. Too.
That's who she
in
wanted. She modeled Snape after him, period. That's
Rest
who
in
she
peace.
wanted. And then I'm going to put this on a dark tone. I don't care. The original Sorcerer's Stone movie,
Yeah.
the movie poster.
Oh yeah.
The only ones alive in that are the trio.
Yeah.
Hagrid's gone, Dumbledore's gone, McGonagall's gone.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Wait, really? They're all
All three of them are gone.
wow.
That's sad.
And y'all seen that really old Dennis the Menace movie where Christopher Lloyd plays the crazy thief?
I don't remember.
Well, the wife, you'll know if you see it, but the wife of George died recently.
Oh damn.
Because he goes, "Hey, Mr. Wilson." But yeah, we lost a lot of Harry Potter actors now that you think about it.
Yeah.
Hagrid's gone, McGonagall's gone, Snape's gone, both Dumbledores are gone. Draco's mom is gone. The driver of the night bus is gone.
Damn.
The original Barty Crouch Sr. is gone. Yeah, a lot are gone. That's kind of... Anyways.
On a more positive note.
Harry Potter's cool.
Oh yeah, fucking Harry Potter is awesome. I remember when that movie was so popular.
Everything is popular. It was literally a phenomenon.
Well, yeah, like basically every kid in my grade wanted to dress up as Harry.
Yeah.
Originally, I was going to dress up as a video game character for like a Halloween party dance thing that we had in like third grade. But then I was like, no, I want to be Harry Potter. And at the time, I looked like a fat Harry Potter. I'm not even kidding. I had the perfect glasses for it. Just picture Harry Potter, just chunky.
Surprisingly enough, I never did.
Really?
Never. Well, there's nothing I know of. I know I did it as like quote unquote pretend, like in my imagination kind of deal.
Yeah.
Lightning Scar and everything. I never did it at Halloween.
That's funny.
Speaking of Halloween,
Oh, yeah. Halloween was
just
fucking
you walk
awesome.
into like Quality Markets back then or Tops and they have the stuff up there, like the decorations. I remember I would walk in that store and immediately got the spooky atmosphere and I loved it. Because you know all the fun stuff's there. You turn around the corner, there's going to be a skeleton hanging on that pillar. And then the cereal with the Count Chocula. Booberry, and Frankenberry. You know they have a new one now?
Was it Transberry?
I'm pretty sure it's a witch, and I'm pretty sure it's green. I know there's 4 now. I don't remember if that's the one or not.
I'm just surprised they didn't have a witch.
But they made another one. But
Yeah, dude. I remember one of the Halloweens that we had. It was a blizzard out, and
Oh boy.
my mom obviously didn't want me walking, in fucking
Man, I ain't going trick or
4
treating.
feet of snow.
I ain't going trick or treating in a blizzard to save my life. Whatever bag of candy is going to kids is going to me.
You know what? She was so kind to where I think it was her and my grandma. They would drive me to each house, and I would go up to the door, get into the car.
I used to do that. Or my
house.
grandma would do it. I think my mom would too before she passed. And this is back when the streets were safe, even especially on Halloween, which is surprising enough as it is. She'd go to a block, park the car, and let my brother and I just go on either side of the street. Down the block, go across the street, hit the other side, go right back to the car. We'd do it with the next one. Because the streets were safe then.
Yeah.
You never know. Well, I mean this in a good way, but you never know who you'd run into.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he was out trick-or-treating once. One year, cleared away from his house, I run into the edge dressed as an army man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know he's out there, much less here, because he used to live up by where your parents live now. And he's downtown.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of great.
Also, one of the last years I remember going trick-or-treating. I was like at the borderline where like I'm too old to go home trick-or-treating, but I could still go. I was with one of our friends, the taller dude that has the long hair and the 2 kids now.
Yeah.
So I went trick-or-treating with him once too. It was kind of great.
And
we hit the big houses.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
We hit the big houses.
We went with this family to go to the big houses that didn't give you these little bite-sized bullshit candy bars. They gave you the full-size candy bars.
Oh shit! Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
that shit was lit. That Halloween,
I last minute went and they had like a whole bunch of stuff in their trunk for like Halloween costumes. I just made a makeshift crazy costume. I just went. It was last minute. I wasn't gonna go just because I was that cusp, but I was like, screw it. Yeah. Let's go.
I didn't actually have like a costume, so I was doing karate at the time, and I just put my karate gi on with like a plastic knife taped to my chest to look like I was stabbed, and that's what I went as, just like a karate dude that was stabbed.
Kind of wild.
Oh, but that fucking Halloween was lit.
I just miss Halloween.
I miss that.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Seriously.
I just miss it.
I remember.
You look now. I kid you not. There's one year I didn't go trick-or-treating. I'm too old for it. I walked down Faulkner just during the hours of trick-or-treating. It's not raining. It's not cold. It's not nothing. There's nobody out.
Yeah.
Like, I saw like maybe 4 groups of people in costume.
Dude.
When back then, streets were packed.
Yeah.
It was constant.
I think
you see it in the movies like in Hocus Pocus and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Packed.
I think nowadays there's more like churches and like trunk or treat where there's like
exactly.
There's a bunch of cars in
this
a group.
year I kind of sat in my upstairs window and just
miss
watched
it.
like a creep.
Yeah.
And I saw a good, decent few groups that trick or treat, but it wasn't. I don't know. It's not like how it is in the movies anymore. Where you'll get a constant trickle, or you'll be a part of that constant trickle.
And at the same time though, it was just as fun for the people giving out the candy too.
Oh yeah.
And it sucks that I own a house now and no fucking kids come up my road at all.
Yeah.
So you remember the old layout of my house, right?
Yeah.
Where the stone steps were?
Yeah.
Or I bit it. I sat on those with bowl full of candy. Sidewalks, 2 feet from me? They walked past me.
Jeez.
Or they wouldn't even hit the house. Lights are on, everything. So it's no secret somebody's home.
Yeah.
They would hit the house next to mine, and it's a little bit because you had their driveway, then my driveway, and then you get to the actual house. They would hit the one driveway and then go across the street to the other house. My house got completely avoided.
Yeah.
I was like, bro.
Never understood.
I mean, like, I don't care. This candy's going to me now afterwards anyway, but come on now.
Yeah, I don't
But
understand that.
I don't, like I miss.
Really quick about Halloween, though.
I'll bring this up. ABC's 13 Nights of Halloween.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was incredible.
Just constant Halloween movies or Disney channels.
Same thing with their Christmas stuff. They do
25 Days of Christmas.
25 Days of Christmas.
Just constant movies and shows from that thing. They
Exactly.
wouldn't even play the whole series. They'll play the Halloween special, Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah.
And then now they're so lost on Halloween movies they could play. You're going to play Hocus Pocus 17 times.
Exactly.
Really quick, though, with Halloween, I remember the one time, I don't remember being, like, terrified at Halloween or, like, scared or anything. One time I remember being terrified.
One time I shit my pants.
No, there was a house that had the bowl of candy up front, right?
Yeah.
Just on the porch. You can just go grab what you want. I thought my mom said there was a bull, like an animal.
Oh, like the bull.
Like a bull
Yeah.
on the porch?
Yeah, like a bull somewhere about to charge at me. And when I heard bull, I was like, where? And she's like, what, she's like, what are you talking about? It's like, where's the bull? It's like, the bull is on the porch up there. I don't know why I was so fucking terrified looking around. Where's the bull? Is he going to kill me or attack me? It's like, no, there's a bowl of candy on the porch. Go get some.
Oh.
I remember that stupid memory, but again, things are simpler back then. And speaking of simple stuff, us as kids, we didn't need our fucking tablets in our face 24/7.
Yeah, exactly.
I had my Game Boy, but
Yeah, back then it was Game Boy,
but you still had other toys.
we had like the cooler stuff. I would put my Game Boy. I did the after school program after school for like third and fourth grade before my mom would get out of work at 5:30, and because she was divorced from my father also worked, so it was just easier. And I think back then my grandma worked too, which is kind of weird because I can't picture her working anymore.
Yeah.
But there was this one helper for it. I don't know what it was, what it started. Every single day we play at least 3 games of Mancala. Remember that little game where you grab the bees and drop them in? I would drop my Game Boy for it when she pulled that board down. I'm like, all right,
Hell yeah.
time to go.
Yeah.
Love it. It's just the simple stuff.
We had board games. I had Legos. I was obsessed with Legos, and even earlier than that, I was obsessed.
You still are a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Little bit.
Not as much.
Not saying it's a bad thing, but you still are a little bit.
And I was obsessed with trains early on.
We like trains.
Yeah. No, my first words were choo choo.
Hell yeah.
But and obviously, I use my cell phone. I'm on my cell phone at times, but I'm trying to break the habit because we see so many kids nowadays, and I'm guilty of it too.
Yep.
Of tablet kids, of just they do nothing but just stay on their tablet.
Yeah.
And-
It's hard to watch, really.
And if you take it away from them, they just act like psychopaths and start destroying everything in the house.
Okay.
I saw one video of a kid taking a hammer to their dad's giant screen TV
dear
and smashing
Lord.
the shit out of it.
So this will bring me to another thing. But keep on your thing. But go ahead. I've got.
And it's like, that is unacceptable. I'm sorry, but if I had my Game Boy taken away from me, it's because I'm being punished.
Exactly.
You
I
know?
would yell, scream, and
And-
cry, but I'm not taking no hammer to nothing.
Oh, exactly. Like if I attempted to do that, I wouldn't be alive today.
Yep.
I don't understand how people even allow their kids to do something like
Exactly.
That,
but it's
this
like-
brings me
Discipline
to the point.
Just
Yes.
doesn't exist anymore.
That's just it. You don't need to coddle your kid. If this kid's being bad and nothing else is working, hand, meat, butt. Simple as that.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
You don't need to, unless the kid starts saying a swear word, then you slap him in the mouth.
but Menica, you have to reason with them. You have to see why they're.
If this
stressed
kid is
out.
yelling and screaming at me over the top of my lungs like this,
Exactly.
I'm going to deck this kid.
Exactly. Oh, and people are like, "Oh, spanking is abuse and blah blah blah." It's like, bitch, I fucking came out fine.
It worked on me. That's literally what a lot of kids. Sometimes that's what a lot of adults need.
Oh my gosh.
Like adults and kids, just I don't gotta walk up and backhand you across the mouth.
Some adults, they need a fucking
Some adults need something.
five-finger death punch to the face.
So, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's some adults that need 5 minutes in a timeout stool. Let's be real.
Seriously.
Like, seriously. Sometimes even that's enough.
Yeah.
5-10 minutes in a timeout stool. You put them there, and you grab them and put them back on there.
Yeah.
The stuff from Super Nanny works.
Yeah.
Trust me, it works.
Yeah.
But like that's literally it. Like back then, sometimes you don't even need that. Your mom just gives you that look. I'm perfect angel now.
Yep.
For me with my grandma, because I ironically enough I lived with my grandma and I lived with my own mother.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't even have to look at me. Well, she did, but her lipstick goes pale, her eyes get icy blue. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
I remember you saying that.
It's game over.
Now,
Like my father was never afraid of her. When that happened, he backed down. My father, he's about the size of your father, and he backed down. Like you know how big my grandma was. She was not a big woman.
No.
Boom, backed right down.
Damn.
It's great.
I do remember getting disciplined, but
Now I will say there
I
were
don't
times
think
it
it
was
was-
excessive, but you don't need excessive. Just do it enough to
Oh,
make
I got
your
my
point.
ass smacked plenty of times.
well, I think I really seriously got disciplined. I think my mom, because she was a single parent, she was very lenient on stuff for me.
Yeah.
But then when we
Oh,
when we met my stepdad, he was like, "Oh no, shit's going down. You're gonna stop."
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the one time I remember,
That's kind of how it is sometimes. With a lot.
but I don't remember what I was doing. I was fooling around with him, and I kept like jumping on him and like punching him, and I kept just fooling around, and he just got to a point where he got pissed off and on the ass and said, "Stop it." I shut up immediately after that.
Good deal.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes you just need one. Sometimes you don't even need just one, but sometimes one's enough.
Yeah. And again, it was on the ass. For those of you wondering, no, he didn't fucking beat me or anything. It was just on the ass. But, it just, you're not supposed to be your kids' friends. You're supposed to be your kids' parents.
Yep.
Yeah.
You fucking discipline them.
You can be the cool dad and all that all you want. Like one person in mind, perfect example, Grizz.
Yeah.
Grizz is one of my favorite people on the planet.
Exactly.
But I've also seen him go into full on dad mode, and even I want to listen to him.
Yeah.
And I'm older than he is.
Yeah. I know, isn't that weird that we're older than he is,
Yeah.
and yet we're like
I-
we're not even the ones in trouble. We're
I've
like, yes,
seen
sir.
him go dad mode on someone who's not his kid. I told you the story on the way up here, and I've seen him go dad mode on his kids at work because they're just acting out. I'm sitting there looking. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I'm not even the one in trouble.
it's like okay. Like,
It's like,
he-
Medikai, what are you doing face first in the corner?
well,
He did the dad voice.
Yeah.
well, Grizz was talking to his kid, and it was so convincing. I kind of just needed a minute.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm doing this for all the bad things I've done.
No, it's one of those. He just turned it, and then 3 seconds later, he's up here talking, calling skinny to me like nothing happened. I'm sitting there like, bro.
Yeah. That's how easy it is. Just as a switch, dude.
Sometimes it's needed. There's a lot of kids disciplined, like getting spanking. It's not enough. Doesn't need it.
Yep.
If you got the trick to just boom, it's your voice or your actions minus
Yeah.
decking them, you're good. As you said, don't be your kid's friend. You can be, but when it's time to turn it up, be the parent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's just it. Because
and-
my mother was one of the sweetest people in the world. She had to turn it up and be a parent,
Yeah.
even as a single one to my brother and me.
And bringing it back around to like childhood memories and stuff, like we said, you got to discipline your kids. You
Yeah,
have to
exactly.
just step up and be a parent. Just bottom line.
I'm not, we're not saying like beat your kid, like a smack on the ass.
Absolutely not.
Exactly. No, I'm not fucking saying fucking put your kid's head through a fucking brick wall. But
There's sometimes
Violence is the
some
only
of
way
the kids
to
in this generation, I want to put their head through a brick
Oh,
wall.
good lord, yeah.
But that's always because I'm not their parent.
which fucking, me being at 33, I still don't know if I'm ready for kids.
Yeah, I know. This economy sucks.
No,
And
here's
I don't know
like
if I want
one.
to bring another life into it.
One,
my
the
gosh.
economy sucks. Just I don't want to bring a kid into it. Also, I don't want this to be taken the wrong way with it, because you could also do the same thing with a kid.
Yeah.
I'm not done having fun yet.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I don't mean that in a way of like partying and drinking. I'm not done having fun being a man kid yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
That's
you're right.
just how it is.
No,
Like,
you're right. Like
and
I
when
enjoy.
the second you have a kid, your life of playing your game by yourself, not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Because then you'll hear, Daddy.
Yeah. No, that's true. Like right now, I could have a fucking naked stripper pizza party in my house every weekend
Let's
if
go.
if I wanted. You know, I can't fucking afford that
Mace.
shit. You kidding me?
Mace, no, you couldn't.
I can afford
No,
one.
you couldn't.
You're right.
You'll be focusing on the pizza. We'd all be focusing on pizza.
Fuck you.
I like these pepperonis more.
So what'd you pay me for?
No,
The company.
like the girls, and like we all just be sitting there.
You want a slice, baby?
Yeah, it's like, do you girls want any more pizza? No, I'm good.
So
do you want
who
anything more to drink?
who
I got
wants
more.
the blue controller and play Mario Kart?
It's like, oh, Mario Kart. You play video games, and they're just all sitting there at the couch.
And it's like, ma'am, look around this house.
Yeah, I know. Like, and going back
Pick
to
up the
going
controller,
back to what you were
bitch,
saying,
I'll
like
own you.
going
Pick
back-
up this controller. You are mine for an hour. Pick it up.
Pick it up.
and going back to what you were saying, it's like I like having the freedom to do whatever I want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I could play video games in this room. I could play guitar in this room. I mean, I've taken over my entire basement. I've taken over every room in my house to do whatever the hell I want.
It's you.
Yeah.
And like, I know I have enough liberty in where I'm living there. I can do what I want and within reason. I'm not going to go walk down and kick the cat across the room kind of thing.
Yeah.
But if I want to go downstairs and read a book next to me, okay. I like my time to myself to just do me.
Yeah.
When I want to go and direct people, I can. I have that choice.
Exactly.
And if I want to go at noon and go walk around the neighborhood in the middle of summertime, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to say I'm not done having fun yet.
Yep.
I don't need to worry. The only things I need to worry about are the things I'm worrying about,
Yeah.
like mobile stuff. I don't need to worry about no kid.
One thing I do want to say, if you are young and you have a kid, we're not saying it's bad.
No, absolutely not.
You know, we're not saying you're a terrible person for it, but
No, because there's a lot of you.
I enjoy the fact that I don't have to worry about 5 baby mamas,
Yeah.
and I have to worry about
Yeah.
Or like,
you know, the not welfare checks. What am I
Child
thinking?
support.
Child support.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about
well,
that
it's
shit.
also one of those things you don't have to worry about. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, because if it's your kid and stuff goes down at school, maybe Papa Bear's got to come up and raise some. Okay. But then you don't got to worry about it now.
You know,
Because Grizz had to do one of those things earlier, and Papa Bear got raised, and I was slightly afraid for whoever had to feel that wrath.
Damn.
Because I have seen Grizz lose his temper.
well, here's the thing though too. Back then, I don't know. I feel like back then when we were kids, schools actually gave a shit when there was like kids fighting.
100%.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
nowadays-
Nowadays, it's all zero tolerance.
Yeah, zero
It's like
tolerance.
you can't even
and-
defend yourself. It's almost like the bullies just get away with it. Like
Yeah.
it's, like
Okay,
it's-
I'm sorry. like,
exactly. It's like this fucking bullshit.
if I'm a teacher in this day and age right now, I see somebody getting bullied, I'm doing something about this bully. Not necessarily I'm going to go put this bully's head in the wall, but I'm going to do something about this bully.
Problem is though, with that thought process, what are you gonna do? Because
That's
the bully can be like, "Oh, you're abusing me" and shit like that.
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
fucking teacher
That-
loses their
that's
job.
the problem with this day and age.
Yeah. Or, "Oh, I'm gonna call Child Protective Services and blah blah blah." And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I guarantee if
Like-
I did that, my mom would dial Child Protection Services, give me the phone, and says, "Go right ahead." Guess what? Your Legos, your Game Boy, and all your toys are fucking gone.
Bruh. This is the thing. We do that threat, and our parents back in that generation would pick up the phone themselves, be like, here.
Yeah.
He's like, never mind.
Holy fuck. I fucking remember a story for you guys.
Oh boy, what do you got?
Boy, I want to know, I felt that realization.
Oh my gosh. So I don't even fucking remember why the fuck I did it.
Oh, I got a story for you after.
I called 911 as a kid for some fucking reason over the fucking home phone when I was like
remember this story
4 or
vaguely.
5. I was fucking young.
Yeah.
And apparently I did it more than once because The cops called my mom's house and said, if your son does it again, you're going to jail. So I don't remember why I fucking called, but, mom laid down the law and said, you do that again, you're in trouble. So
It's like, I better be on the floor unresponsive. But even that time, it's like, boy, you cried wolf.
I don't fucking know why I did that, but
thing they drew the
I
line
almost
when
got my mom busted to go to jail.
Good thing they drew that line when they did.
Sheesh, man, yeah.
This time would have done that unasked and arrested your mama right then and there.
They fucking could have too after the second time.
Yep.
But
I got a story. This showed how quote unquote safe the streets of Falconer were back then for somebody my age, and then a little bit of going into Jamestown because I got that far.
Yeah.
This is when my mother was still alive, so I'm arguably 8, 9 years old, maybe younger. Got into a little bit of argument with her. I didn't want to go see my dad, whatever, or go do something, but ended up being in the van. It was her and my brother, and I was just stay on the porch and go back upstairs. In my brain, I'm thinking it's almost instant regret because I don't want to have my mom leave with that kind of thing overhead with me. And I didn't think she was actually going to go through with leaving. So I went. This is on Feta Place Street. So right where Tiki Ribbons used to be.
Yeah.
Go to the street right next to it, and there's the actual first stone house on the right where that tire place is. It's right behind it. That was the house I used to live in. I go back around the corner to with the back road, and by that point, I see the car going back around the corner. So I decide I'm going to follow it. I go down that street too, go all the way back up. I see no sign of the car. None at all. So I'm like, oh, she actually went to, because my dad used to live in Jamestown at that point. So I'm just going down Main Street towards Jamestown. And I'm bawling my eyes out because I don't want to walk all the way down there, because this is like downtown Jamestown, Tower Street kind of thing.
Oh, jeez.
Yikes.
And I got to a certain point. I think I actually managed to get to the bullfrog. And then I heard the loud noises and the loudspeaker from the bullfrog. Spooked me as a kid. So I'm heading back now. I hear the van honking like crazy. Turn around and it's my father.
Oh, shit.
She had called him because she's freaking out that I'm not either back in the house or back on the porch. Anything could have happened between Feta Place and Bullfrog.
You're right.
Nothing did. The only person who picked me up at that point was my father. He drove that van barefoot. I remember that. He drove that van barefoot. This man's freaked out. Anything could happen, but nothing did. As I said, the only one who picked me up was my father. But that just goes to show, I guess, how safe the streets used to be.
Yeah.
But also at that point, you didn't hear about it as much as you used to, but it still was a thing.
Even
Y'all could have never seen me again.
Well, even later on in life, the streets weren't too bad because where were we? Remember when we did that Halloween thing at that guy's house? I dressed up
Haunted Haven.
Yeah.
That was...
I dressed up as the Indian dude, and you and Yaj just...
That was up by... yeah, I remember because we would stop by my grandma's house. Actually, I'd lived there. But we'd go down Dow Street all the way back up to the Mount Olivet Cemetery. And it was right at the top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, wasn't there one year where we didn't have a ride?
Yeah, and we just walked down there.
But where did we walk from? We walked from that guy's house.
From there.
To was it?
It wasn't my house.
I know. That's what I'm trying to remember. It wasn't your house.
Was it my house?
I don't think it was.
Yeah, it was at the apartments, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think so. Did we go to his house?
Did we go there?
I thought...
There's no way we walked that far. But it's also entirely possible. Because that's like half of Falconer.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't remember anymore. I do remember one year where... Remember we did that all-night church thing at that building?
I wasn't there.
You weren't there?
I wasn't there.
Oh, shit.
There was a lot of things I wasn't there for.
So...
Just picked up my grandma and let me do it.
Just for context for Suitcase over here. So there was this all-night church thing where the kids can go and just play games and stuff, and then the adults would do some Bible verses and things like that. And the reason why we went is because our old friend A-Ryle and his girlfriend she wanted to go. He went with her, so we went with him. And the whole gimmick was like you can all just stay there overnight, for like the whole night.
Yeah.
But then you were all responsible for cleaning up the whole church when you were done.
Deal.
So we didn't want to stay the whole night and clean. So we ended up leaving. And so,
were you allowed to just take off at that point?
I don't even know if they knew we left, honestly.
Yeah.
But, so, going up to my parents' old house, there was the tractor place there, right? And then beyond that big brown church or the big parking lot.
Yeah.
That's the church that we were at.
Oh.
And it was like dead of winter, 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. We walked from that church to A-Rile's house.
The back road house?
Yeah. His mom's house.
Oh, absolutely. You won't catch me dead doing that.
And like I said, it was like dead of winter, 12 o'clock at night, just the three of us.
Listen, that's like Red Dead Redemption Night Folk level territory. Absolutely not.
And the three of us the four of us, we just fuck it, let's just go. Because we didn't want to stay in clean. So, but yeah, we did some, and again, going back to just this childhood thing, that's how safe things were back then.
Yep.
And like thinking about it now, it's like, dude, that would have scared the shit out of me, because keep in mind, folks, these are like country roads where you have a light every couple of miles or so,
Yeah.
So, fuck, dude.
You're fading. I heard that.
It's been a long
Yeah,
week.
you're fading.
Well, plus you didn't get the most efficient sleep either.
No.
Yeah.
No, I had a very fun bout of sleep paralysis this afternoon that lasted for about a half an hour or an hour.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you still technically are asleep, but your eyes are open and you're just like, oh. I'm just like,
It's like being under anesthesia before you even go fully under.
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Bro, I've been put under twice that I remember.
Yeah.
I know what a drug trip feels like now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I've been put under once too.
I have as well.
So the one was for my back
My
surgery.
nuts got cut open.
My one was for my back surgery. I remember them putting me under, and even then, like, I'm gone. And then the voice comes clear in your brain. Can you wiggle your toes for me? Just so we know you're still with it for just a minute. I remember wiggling my toes, and then I'm out for like 8 hours. Back then, they put me on my stomach, sliced me open, put rods and screws in my back, and sewed me back up.
Ugh.
Damn.
And then cut a piece of my pelvis bone out and fixed a few discs in my back, and I'm back up.
Thank you.
And then the other one was my gallbladder. But apparently I was out for like 45 minutes at that point.
Oh, yeah.
That was just a quick one, done deal.
Slow.
But it's like that feeling of put under. I remember the thought, because I haven't been put under since. It was like 7th grade for my back surgery, and this was like 4 or 5 years ago. I remember the thought when they're putting me under for my gallbladder surgery. I'm sitting there going, I remember this feeling.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
And I wake up, and it's funny. So the guy I lived with came to get me before. It was maybe he was gone maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's how quick that surgery was. Apparently, when I looked at him, I was still a little bit out of it. Like, I was good enough to be like, all right, let's go. We'll go home already. They gave me like, I don't know, an hour to just make sure I'm good. I looked at him, I was still a little bit out of it. Is he good? I'm like, I might be pain meds, might be anesthesia. I'm good.
Oh, dude.
Yikes.
When they put... So, when I was younger, I kept getting like random stomach pains, like right in here. Like just excruciating, stinging pain.
Ouch.
And I just could not fathom why. And I decided to go to the emergency room to figure out why. And to, I guess, just to see inside my stomach, they had me drink this like glowy stuff that like glows through my body. That like they put the certain camera on it, so, like you'll see it glowing through my body and my stomach. And I remember, being put under, and it was like in a hospital room or whatever. and on a table, and then I woke up in a bed. I woke up and like, oh, that didn't take very long. Out cold, and my mom sat next to me. I don't know how many times it happened. Maybe 4, 5, 6 times. I remember like the second or third time I woke up, it's like, oh, I gotta puke. And that stuff, they said that the stuff that I ingested, I'm gonna be puking it up at some point. And when I puked it up, it was like this nasty brown gunk that I puked up and just ugh. And yeah, and Ma took me home, and I was like, yeah, I'm half asleep. But
Yeah, that's me right now.
No, you're more than half asleep.
you're like partially to dreamland there, boy.
I know.
You're about 3 seconds away from being fully put under.
It just sucks because it's like the week is so long, and then it's like I want to enjoy my weekend, and then it's just like no.
Your entire body just shuts down. It's like done.
That's another thing I fucking miss.
I miss having the boundless energy of a kid.
Fucking seriously.
Like-
you have the energy of a kid. Yes, it's the weekend. I
being
get you
near
whenever I
invincible.
want. But then nowadays, when it's the weekend, you just don't want to do anything and vegetate.
I remember as a kid, I'd look at a jungle gym and be like, I'm going to climb that.
Let's fucking go.
And I did it. And now I'll look at a jungle gym now, mind you, back stuff aside and everything, I look at it, I'm just like, nope. Just nope.
Yeah.
Like, issues aside with just like my natural body, so my back surgery and all that. Like, just looking at it, I'm like, Or you look at a big rock. As a kid, I'm going to climb that. Now, nope.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I'm going to run and jump off this dock into the water. Nope. I'm going to go run around the track and run on this. Nope.
I don't know. I would still do the jumping in the water thing, though.
Oh, I love jumping into water. It's fun.
I do remember, though, once when I was in special ed, we would go to the YMCA all the time. And back when I was special.
Bro, you're still special. Just not,
You're
just
still
not,
special.
just not in the way you
In our
want.
hearts.
Just not in the way you want to be.
I remember one of the big things I would do is love doing cannonballs off the diving board. And
7 found dead in Japan tsunami.
exactly. And I did it all the time. I remember the one time.
Impact
though-
seems to have come from America.
Yeah. I remember the one time.
I almost
though,
said Earth, like Japan's not on Earth. Japan's on the moon now. Anyways.
No, I do. I jump into the water. Somebody in Japan's like, oh. Called the service of the
Godzilla?
force. Yeah,
Godzilla.
Godzilla. But I jumped in the water. I remember the one time I almost did not make it to the surface in time. I was like extra deep in the water. You know when you're like swimming.
He fucking died.
Yeah, well, you know when you're like swimming up, toward the surface, you're like, oh, I'm going to break right now. I'm going to break right now. Why am I still not breaking the surface? And I almost wasn't able to breathe.
Turns out you weren't moving it at all.
Yeah. So, like, I had like gasp of fucking air because I couldn't fucking breathe. I almost fucking died.
And the lifeguard couldn't lift you out.
Yeah, exactly.
Lifeguard looks at you in the water, just, nope.
I don't have tenure yet.
Jerry, we got to get the crane again. Was it the fat kid this time? Yep.
No, the other one.
There's 2 fat kids now, Jerry. That's
One's
kinda
stuck in the slide now.
Let me out.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Yeah. For the kids out there, they're like, I can't wait to be an adult. You're fucking stupid.
I'm a big kid now.
Yeah, kinda.
Y'all are fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
Listen,
being a
I
child.
understand you think you don't got freedom as a kid.
Enjoy being a kid.
Bro, you got more freedoms than you do as an adult. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
your
answer.
parents will give you rules. Parents can change the rules depending on how your behavior is. Real life can't change its own rules. And you can't change them.
We're all going to die someday. We're all going to die someday. We're all going to die someday. I'm dead on the inside already. Yay!
Yeah.
Listen, I will say this if you're a kid. First of all, if you're a kid, why you listen to us?
Yeah.
First of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, if you happen to find the one, have yourself a little family by this point, More power to you. Wonderful for you. Happy for you. I was waiting for you to actually say something, then I heard it. But if you don't, okay. Focus on having fun.
Focus on you.
Even if you're 34, 35 years old by that point. Focus on you. If you want to go out and buy the entire Transformers line of toys, go ahead.
Yeah.
If you can afford and you got space for it, go ahead. Don't put yourself in debt for your hobbies.
Don't max out your credit card.
Buy 500 boxes of Pokemon cards because your credit card can definitely handle it.
If you want to go buy Pokemon cards, go ahead.
Yeah.
If you want to go to Disney World 3 times in a year, 1, how much money are you making?
Fucking seriously.
And 2, how do I get that job? At 3, go ahead.
Yeah.
Focus on you. Have fun. It ain't about focusing and making the next generation and giving yourself a family and all that. Do you?
And
I mean, look at us. We're all 33 years old in the middle of a man's basement talking into a microphone.
yeah.
We turned out just fine.
I have crippling depression.
I'm just crippled.
Oh,
And
Maybe with a little.
just got depression.
And I supposedly won't make it to 40, so
Oh shit.
You're going to fix that.
I know. What?
So I get the house when you die, right?
Yeah, but here's the catch. I get Buddy.
That's fair. That's an even trade.
No, because I'm sorry. I'd rather just be in this. And again, if you're in this situation, I'm not saying you're a bad person, but I would rather be in this situation to where I can do what I want.
Do what makes you happy.
Instead of, worrying about the 5 baby mamas and the child support and all that other shit.
Yeah.
Because you can't fix those mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because just and even like back in school where those kids that are like, oh, I fucked 12 chicks in a week. Congratulations, you're probably gonna get an STD before you're 25.
My dick fell off.
Yeah. So
Do what makes you happy.
yeah,
Just be smart and safe about it.
exactly. Just don't be a fucking asshole about it.
It's getting late.
Now that's what makes you happy. Go ahead, go for it. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Just be safe.
don't expect to be on this podcast anytime soon.
Exactly. We don't want you.
But
Get out.
Fuck all
we
of
could
her.
probably talk for another hour, but unfortunately,
Go to the mega gay zone.
Suitcase has to get moving here.
And we've been going for almost 2 hours as it is.
Yeah, it's almost 2 hours. But
So what do we got planned
we got
for coming a little
Next
bit?
week.
next week. We're gonna try to do something special. You wanna?
No spoilers.
So next week we're going to
to
try to do an out-of-person podcast. We're going to try to do a Discord call, and we may have a special guest. So look forward to some like Minecraft mixed with maximum mouthage interview chat.
Yes. So
Miscellaneous bullshit.
mixed
Yes,
with
that'll
whatever
be-
this happens to be.
that'll be off the gaming channel, and obviously it will be on the Maximum Mouthage Facebook.
Yeah.
Because that's where all of our updates are. And yeah, I got some more Pokemon Let's Play Crystal Clear coming down the pipeline. Metakai is streaming. Suitcase is streaming. You just posted your Mirror Dungeons thing to your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, I just posted a Mirror Dungeon video recently for Limbus.
I stream Wednesday, Thursday because those are the only days I'm fully free, and I just have the effort and energy to do so.
Might have a stream tomorrow. It just depends. We'll find out.
Yeah. So again, all the updates will be on the official Maximum Mouthage Facebook. Yes. And make sure you use code SUITCASE.
At w.gg, dubby.gg.
For how much off?
10%.
10 whole
10%.
10 whole cents off your order.
10 whole
10 whole
cents.
cents. Yeah. But hey, 10%. If you need some gamer fuel, highly recommend you get this drink, dude.
It's better than Mountain Dew, I'll tell you that much.
I like it. It's good.
Well, I hope you don't have a sponsor you don't like.
Tacos. Anyways,
I like talking.
bye bye.
Yes, Kane. Bye.